Of the national anthem by the Corsair marching band. Welcome in everyone to Cressy Field here on the campus of the University of Massachusetts Dartmouth. I'm JJ Sylvia, taking you through this game solo tonight in a matchup between two squads who were picked to finish in the top three in the MassCAC preseason poll, but both have slipped to the 7 and 8 spots respectively as we hit the midpoint of the regular season. And tonight a crisp, cool 62 degrees as we get set to go with kickoff between your 1-3 UMass Dartmouth Corsairs and the visiting 1-3 Massachusetts Maritime Buccaneers. So glad you could all join us here on MassCAC TV. Will play a factor as we go through this one. McManus is back. He's getting set up, and we are just about ready to go. 15 minutes up on the clock. And once again, we have Friday Night Lights here at Cressy Field. Fielded at about the 35-yard line, and a quick tackle by the UMass Dartmouth Special Teams unit. Right at about the 37, 38-yard line is where this Bucs offense will start, out to just before the 40-yard line. Corsairs running no huddle. Snap to Petrangelo. Back to throw. Petrangelo looking deep. He's got a man! And stumbling at about the 20-yard line with the reception is Jael Cabrera. Corsairs continuing with the hurry-up. Seems to be working thus far. Looks like Carlos Cruz on the hold. The hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. And a 3-0 UMass Dartmouth lead early on. Schwartz under center. He'll drop back, and the southpaw looking to the right. That's a catch and a first down as he's able to connect with Dylan Taylor. I believe that's the first down of the game for Mass Maritime, and let's see if their offense, now looking to move a little more fluidly, can get into a rhythm. Looks like Schwartz will stay in. Jeremy Cameron sticking with the hot hand here on this drive. Schwartz will look to run again. Schwartz shedding a tackle, and he might go all the way. Schwartz taken down just before the goal line, maybe at about the 1 or 2 yard line. Schwartz, when he first broke left, looked like he might go for the toss, but kept it himself and shed a tackle to get into the open field. And now Massachusetts Maritime knocking on the door for the first touchdown of the game. Looking to do the keep. He is short, at least at first glance. But now they're going to change it. Touchdown, Maritime. Looked like Schwartz kept it on the keeper. And now the Bucs will look to add the extra point. And he'll give it to the line. Tight end in motion, 1 receiver left and 2 right. The snap to Melton. Melton, a little pass to Makai Wilson. He'll shed a tackle, and Wilson's in the open field, past the 50-yard line with a Corsair. First down. Melton here, I'm looking to go deep. 1 receiver left and 2 right. Melton gives it to Makai Wilson. Wilson able to get back to about the initial line of scrimmage. The pile still pushing him forward. That's going to be about a 14 or 13-yard gain, but will not be enough for the first down, I would assume. Behind center will take the snap, and he'll look to keep it. He'll get wrapped up in the backfield. And it's the big man, Kyrese Codio, to get back there and grab him. If it is the case, that's the second sack of the year for Kyrie. Under 7 to play. Pierce tosses it right. Still not much yard gain. A sea of blue on that right side of the field. Looks like Petrangelo back in, and he'll give to Mackay. Wilson getting into the open field. Wilson gets tripped up but stumbles for a first down. Eddie Barledge, the one to trip him up. These student athletes right now. Again, as I mentioned earlier, a projected low of 42 tonight, so I'll update everyone on the temperature as we go through. Petrangelo play action, and he's got Harrison. Nassim Harrison into the red zone, and another Corsair first down. UMass Dartmouth side of the bleachers on the edge of their seats, hoping for a tutty on the next few plays. Petrangelo for Wilson up the middle. Touchdown! UMass Dartmouth. And it's a light show here at Cressy. On the return. If anybody in the Matthews family is watching, I am sorry, but Eli Matthews, an excellent return, almost 40 yards. And the Corsair offense set up at midfield. Dante Melton back in. Melton play action. He'll look to go deep right away. Francois has the catch. Touchdown! UMass Dartmouth. A laser out of the hands of Dante Melton. And this crowd is going berserk. They've had against the Bucks. Melton takes the snap. He bobbled it a bit. Dante Melton still trying to make something out of nothing. Still on his feet. How did he do that? Dante Melton heading to the left sideline. He will get out of bounds with another UMass Dartmouth first down. Oh my. Dante Melton, how do you do? The ultimate improvisation there. Sam Woolley back as the punt returner for the Bucks. McManus just able to get it away. That one bouncing at about the 10. Still bouncing, and they're going to down it at about the 1 or 2 yard line. What an effort. An unbelievable display of tracking there, and it's Joel Costa getting down there to wrap it up before it went past the goal line. And now some discussions between the referees. Did it hit a Buccaneer on its way down there? If that's the case, it is going to be a prime opportunity for UMass Dartmouth to add more points, and that is exactly the case. So not only did Costa track it down to pin it deep, but he also tracked it down to regain possession for the Corsairs. 16, and he has struggled, Dombrowski has today, on the ground to get through the Corsair front seven. Once again, a give to Mackay Wilson. Touchdown! Corsairs! And the lead starting to swell for the home squad. The only touchdown for him thus far. He's under center once more. He has Dombrowski behind him. Schwartz to give to Dombrowski. Codio had that one read like a book. And he wags his fingers to Kembe Mutombo style. No, no, no. Josh Sylvester, as he's done so many times in this game, making last-second adjustments. But to this point, they've worked. Melton back to throw. He'll look deep again. No way! Yes way! Jaden Francois! Again! And he's inside the 10-yard line. Ball will be spotted at about the 3. Couple of quarters. Turco, right next to Melton. He'll look to the back corner. Nassim Harrison, did he secure it? He did! Touchdown! Corsairs! Back to throw is Pierce, looking left, and a catch is made. Probably the longest gain offensively of the day as Evan Pierce connects with Santiago Martinez. Could shift the tides for this Corsair football squad, looking to get back to the top of the Mascac Mountain. Another knee taken by Karain, and that should pretty much be it. Both teams will meet at midfield. The UMass Dartmouth Corsairs with a huge win at home in their 5th game of the season as they look ahead to facing off against Fitchburg State in the coming weeks. Worcester State in the coming weeks. Fitchburg State will be the next opponent for Mass Maritime. Clock strikes 000. And that will conclude this one tonight. A huge game for Makai Wilson with 2 touchdowns and some excellent passing performances from Dante Melton and J.C. Petrangelo to account for a 31-point game for UMass Dartmouth. That is the 2nd most points they have scored all season, and the 7 they allowed to Massachusetts Maritime is the least amount of points that the Corsairs have yielded this season. Final score, once again, 31-7 tonight. For our entire crew here at UMass Dartmouth and MassCAC.tv, I'm JJ Sylvia, wishing you a good rest of your Friday night.